I give my own preliminary statement. Okay, we shall begin with Senator Binay. Yes. You can see that there are two podiums for the senators here so that they can be better seen and they can address the resource persons and the public.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Last year, the Philippine tourism industry contributed 1.9 trillion or 12.2% to the Philippine economy, higher than the 2016 1.5 trillion, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. The industry also employed 5.3 million people, or 13.1% of the workforce. While our visitors totaled 6.6 million in 2017, it still pales in comparison to Thailand's 35 million and the rest of our ASEAN neighbors. May mahalagang responsibilidad ang Department of Tourism at ang attached agency nitong na ang Tourism Promotions Board sa pag-promote at pag-market ng mga tourist destinations ng Pilipinas domestically and internationally. While tourism is a big generator of jobs, especially in the countryside, and a source of much-needed foreign revenue, we promote our country using meager resources compared to our Asian neighbors. So every peso of promotion really counts. This is why I filed Senate Resolution number 721 to learn how the department spends its budget for marketing and branding. Nakakalungkot na sa limitadong budget ng DOT ay makakarinig tayo ng mga aligasyon ng maling paggamit ng pondo ng ahensya. Kailangan po nating maging responsable at maingat sa paggasta. Bawat piso mahalaga, hindi pwede ang gasta rito, gasta roon nang walang klarong patutunguhan. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Senator Binay. We shall now hear a statement from current Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puig.
Good morning, Committee Chairman Senator Richard Gordon, Senate President Vicente Soto III, Senator Sonny Trinales IV, Senator Nancy Binay, the Chair for Tourism, committee members, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the Blue Ribbon Committee for inviting me as a resource person to shed light on its investigation of certain contracts involving the Department of Tourism. To preface all my statements today, I would like to emphasize that the contracts involving the DOT that this honorable committee is investigating all happened before my appointment as DOT Secretary. Nevertheless, like any other taxpayer, I am interested in seeking the truth, and thus I have made myself available as a resource person for whatever purpose it may serve. When I assumed office in the DOT on May 15, both the PTV contract and Buhay Karinderya project were already being widely discussed in media and under public scrutiny, led by the Ombudsman. On the other hand, the Buhay Karinderya project was under public scrutiny, and thus I asked COA's help to review the project. Under the Constitution and applicable laws, the audit and investigation of these contracts in order to hold the persons involved accountable properly reside with the Commission on Audit and the Ombudsman. As current DOT Secretary, I have pledged and will continue to pledge my, as well as the whole DOT's, full cooperation with these constitutionally designated authorities, the Commission on Audit and the Ombudsman. For the PTV contract, certain DOT officials and employees have already received a notice of disallowance, and I have reminded and required them to respond to it within the 6-month period provided by the COA. For the Buhay Karinderya project, the Tourism Promotions Board, or the TPB, has received an AOM, or an Audit Observation Memo, from the COA, and the TPB board and I have suspended the implementation of the project. And I have also required them to respond which they have already done. If and when required by the Ombudsman, I will also cooperate, and moreover, I will require the DOT bureaucracy to lend its full cooperation in terms of providing the necessary testimonies and documents to aid the Ombudsman in its investigation and prosecution in the same manner that we are cooperating today with this honorable committee. I believe that such is my duty as a government official. Finally, I would like to state, if there is one good thing that has resulted from all these contracts involving the DOT being under public scrutiny, is that it has brought to light the need for certain reforms in the DOT. Thus, we have rationalized guidelines on the grant of financial sponsorships to tourism-related events. We have rationalized guidelines on travel of DOT officials and employees. We are more conscious in DOT's compliance with RA 9184 or the Government Procurement Reform Act. We remain open to any suggestions for reforms that may be discussed and touched upon during the hearings of this honorable committee. A pleasant morning again to everyone, and despite all that has transpired in the DOT, wow, I still believe it's still more fun in the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Secretary Puyat. I will now go to another woman of wonder, from Secretary Puyat to another woman of wonder, or I should say woman of Wanda.
Wonder Woman.
Miss Wanda Teo, Wanda Woman, okay.
First of all, I would like to thank Senator Richard Gordon, Chairman, Blue Ribbon Committee, our honorable senators, for this opportune time to air my side on the allegations hurled against me. For quite some time, I have kept mum against all the incredible allegations. I wanted, when I speak, to clear my name in a proper forum. I have been defamed, maligned, and worse, crucified by allegations of corruptions and incompetence, all made up to look as truth. I come here only for one purpose in mind, that is to set the record straight in the pursuit of truth. I maintain that I have diligently fulfilled the mandate as Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Our programs and activities have been conducted and implemented within the bounds of law. Specifically, I maintain that DOT ad placement with PTB4 had gone through proper channels. To set the record straight, this is what happened. On January 16, 2017, Presidential Communication Office, or PCOO, Secretary Martin Andonar wrote me a letter asking to partner with DOT on marketing of the Philippine tourism through their television network. This is in line with the request of the Chief Executive to support our government station. On February 6, 2017, Mr. Ramon de Rosario, Group Head Programming and Airtime Management PTB4, as noted by Dino Antonio Apolonio, President and General Manager of PTB4, made a proposal to DOT to formalize the partnership with DOT through their television program and services, which is PTV Newscast Spot Placement, Daily News, Type Magazine, Sunday Prime Time, exclusive DOT episode. The proposal was then reviewed by our DOT staff and went to Bids and Awards Committee on February 17, 2017, and was then approved. A certification was issued by PTB4 on March 4, 2017 that certified People Television Network Incorporated has the mandate to deliver the goods and services required to be procured and undertake the infrastructure project or consultancy required by DOT, among others. Then our legal team, as well as PTB, prepared the memorandum of agreement based on the proposal presented by PTB4. The memorandum of agreement was signed by the Secretary of Tourism, Juan De Teo, and PTNI President General Manager Dino C. Apolonio on March 15, 2017. A copy of the signed MOA was received by DOT COA on April 20, 2017.